Hello out there. This is Russ Sallow with GPS to Go. During the COVID crisis, I wanted to interview some of our very best suppliers. And since we're not traveling, we can do this kind of thing over the telephone. And I definitely wanted to showcase Jason Rule and his group called iLeague Wireless. Jason's group supplies cellular connections, data connections. I would call it a boutique operation. And the great thing about it is you can get all of the cellular and data connections, your tablets, stuff like that, without having long-term contracts and being so rigorously tied as you might get from the big cellular providers. So I'm going to say hello and introduce Jason. So Jason, thank you for taking a moment to speak with me today.
Yes, no, thanks very much for having me on. It's definitely a good time to have these conversations and chat about things that are happening.
Where I see the fit and what GPS to Go likes so much about dealing with you is, we work with the big telecom companies, but when I have customers that are, a smaller operation that wants to get 2, 3, 5, 20, 30 tablets, but they're finding that going to the larger telecom companies in Canada, it gets to be very, very pricey. It's very restrictive. They want these long fixed-term contracts, and it can often be quite spendy on these monthly services. Plus, if they have somebody that might be going into the United States. So I have seen when we started working together that it makes it so flexible and the barrier to entry is much lower when we deal with iLeague for these people that want 1 or 2 or 3, or smaller amounts or large amounts, but it makes it easier, and the customer doesn't feel like they're being roped in with, what they get. Is that term calling you a boutique cellular provider a good description?
Yeah, it's a very good description. It really fits our go-to-market very well because what we're trying to do is we're trying to fit into those spots that are underserviced by the big three.
Yes.
There are other folks in our space that are maybe selling data or maybe they're selling modems and stuff like that. There are a few companies out there that sell modem and data. We sell modem less so and data more so. The other companies I think are more on the modem side and data as a, we just need data, so throw a SIM card into the box with the modem disposal. So we're very much trying to offer a unique approach to this whole cellular mobility thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing with working with you guys that's been so great is you have the customers that trust the services you provided for them on the Geotab side, and then as their business starts to change and as they start to need more stuff to do their operations and cameras, which I'm sure we'll talk about later, and then
Right.
obviously the tablets, which we're actively doing, you're starting to get customers expanding the portfolio of needs, and it's great that we can work together so you can bring your customer base into the new and the next level of giving them new services and new ways to run their business. And, again, I'm sure you'll talk about eLog and some of the other things that are
Right.
popping up that customers need. And it's great to have a partner that knows so much about that space in yourself. That we can work.
One of the other points, and I think we can wrap it up after this, that I really like is that you watch out for us. You help us understand, because I know that anyone that's listening to this, when they talk about buying cellular data, they often find that, I could be overcharged here, or there's an upcharge, or there's activation for this, or, there's hidden charges where your bill can change. I find that when we do business, you watch out for my best interest, and I pass that to the customer so that the customer doesn't get those surprises every month. Is that accurate?
Yeah, definitely. We try, one of the advantages of being a wholesaler is when we buy the data, we buy it at the end of the month. So throughout the month, we're just using data, we're consuming data, we're running it up, we're managing it, whatever it happens to be. But for the bill runs, we can actually proactively call our customer, or even during the month as the bill is accumulating, proactively call a customer and say, hey, you said you only needed 1 gig, but looking at your system here, you've used 1 gig a day for the last 4 days. So maybe something's off. And
the coverage as well that you offer. U.S. and Canada, you can cover everybody no matter where they are?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Canada, no problem at all.
We're getting that. Well, why don't we wrap that up? I want to thank you for taking a few minutes. And this is Russ Sallow with GPS to Go.